the Human Manual Self-Compilation Tafseer series, Surah Al-Fatihah, Ayah 5, part 2. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In continuation of Ayah 5, Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. The uniqueness of this surah. The other surahs contain instructions from Allah. Allah gives commands and admonishments to His servants. However, in this surah, His words are uttered on behalf of the servants. Allah taught His servants how to supplicate and speak to Him directly without a mediator. You we worship, Iyyaka na'budu. This is not a command. The slaves realized of the tremendous benefits and he made a choice. This religion forbids people to enter Islam by force. Many people from Europe and the Americans made the free choice to revert to Islam, requesting to be slaves of Allah. Reverse sentence structure. Only you that we worship. Iyyaka na'budu. This is a reverse sentence structure in Arabic. The usual sentence will be we worship you. Na'buduka, with the pronoun you at the back after the verb na'budu. However, in this surah we start saying you first. Iyyaka, only you that we worship. Iyyaka na'budu. Two reasons that we derive from reverse sentence structure. Number one, the pronoun you is preferred in front of the verb. We are putting Allah first before our action. The emphasis is on the deity of worship and our own action of worshipping comes second. You we worship, the word you comes first before we, which is in line with the order of the surah. The first part of the surah is about God, you, and the second part is about us, we. Number two, making the sentence in reverse is important. In English, we have to translate it by adding only you instead of just you. Only you that we worship and nobody else. This clearly determines that there is no such thing as worshipping the Son of God, worshipping the idols that represent smaller gods, worshipping a king as representative of God, etc. The pronoun you is a second person that you talk to in front of you. Other religion will promote a third person as intermediary between you and God. Allah is teaching us to talk directly to Him as second person, directly to the ever-listening Master. We say it is you we worship and not it is Him we worship. We are not talking about Him, we are talking to you directly, our Master. The Master is constantly watching and listening. His presence is constant. Our Master encouraged us to frequently talk to Him. Hence, we perform the Salah every day by reciting this Surah Al-Fatihah. Slavery to God will solve lots of human social issues. We and not I, na'budu, we worship and enslave. We, plural, is recited and not I, singular. The best act of worship is with the jama'ah collectively. Collective worshipping while at the same time each individual having spiritual connection with Allah. This is a reminder that the whole Muslim Ummah, billions of us, are praying to Allah. We are reminded that we are a part of a collective body and need to stay united. When the individual believer having the Ummah always in his mind, he cannot be selfish in thinking of his own well-being when in some parts of the world others believers are suffering. Enslaving to God. Both we worship and we enslave at the same time make up the word na'budu. A person can be worshipping God, but he is not behaving as a slave to God outside of his prayer times. Worship and enslave are two different words, but the word na'budu is saying that once we worship Allah, we are enslaving to Him too. Enslaving 24 hours a day and not only during the prescribed worship rituals. Many believed of the existence of God, but unwilling to worship Him, either that they do not know God enough or they are refusing to become His slaves. Some already done research of the religion and finds it makes sense, however are still reluctant to say the Shahada, since becoming a slave for 24 hours every day until death is an overwhelming for them. For some, the concept of being helpless in fear of a mighty entity that can do anything to them makes them unwilling to submit. They rather not think about it. They have not understood the concept of love, hope and fear in connection with their Creator. Giving up our independence. A Muslim is someone who submits to the Master when he says, it is you we worship/enslave. This is a declaration of complete slavery. We give up our independence, declaration of non-independence. We do what the Master wants us, not what we want. Whatever we wish to do, we have to first check with the Master whether is it allowed or not. You have to figure out what he likes and what he don't like. The way you socialize, the way you work, the way you sleep, the way you treat your parents and children, the way you do business, everything must be according to what the Master wants, what the Master likes, which in turn only benefit yourself. not for the benefit of the master. The master does not need any benefit from you. This is the result of knowing that he is your master, the most merciful, the one that provides justice. A slave to a human master will quietly do something against his master's wishes when the master is not watching. The times when we are sinning are when we forget that our master is watching and listening. Sinning, doing something against God's prohibition. Sinning is bad for the person and has no effect on the master. The master prohibits you from doing certain things because in reality it is not good for you. What is freedom? Youngsters nowadays want to do whatever they wish to do. Freedom, as they call it. I want to do whatever I wish to do. If you live a life of total freedom in this world, it will harm you, harm others, and harm the earth. You get total freedom only in Jannah, where it will not harm you. As long as you are still alive in this world, you will never get total freedom. People enslave themselves to their careers or jobs, business, body, their looks, to fashion, to materialism of branded items, to peer pressure, to age-old customs and tribal traditions, to get richer than the next person, to entertainment, to your children, etc. If you enslave yourself to Allah, all other kind of slavery that society is busy enslaving to will not affect you. You don't have to succumb to hype or what your peers want. People put large banner, example Ferrari, on their car's windshield. They love the brand, they sacrifice their money for the brand. That is a kind of slavery to a brand. A slave of Allah is not affected by glorifying brands, glorifying materialism, being enslaved to entertainment and false ideology. You are free from all things that the modern world is caught in or enslaved to. Enslaving to Allah protects you, protects the people around you, protects the earth, etc. If you are not in total slavery to Allah, there will be one thing or another that you will somehow be enslaving to. Human will never be free from slavery. It is a whole lot better to be the slave of Allah than to be the slave of other than Allah. If only Allah is the one that you want to impress, then all other things that society are impressed with are flushed out of your system. You gain freedom. Slavery to God frees us from all other slavery, flushing out. From a bird's eye view of people doing tawaf around the Kaaba, it is like a washing machine turning and cleaning dirty clothes that you put in daily for wash, flushing out things that are not supposed to be. This is a declaration of independence from everything else except Allah, independence from expecting praise from people other than the praise of Allah. Willingly to be a slave of God. Having this knowledge, we are ready to be His slaves. It moved you from being forced to sincerely wanting to enslave yourself to Him. This is the only way to be safe, protected, achieve goodness, etc. in this world and the hereafter. Requesting to be His slave comes with following His commands and prohibitions.